Hello everyone, so this is what I use for history. It's Beautiful Feet Books, Early American History for primary grades. I think if you go to the website it says first to third grade, or kindergarten, sorry, to third grade if I'm not mistaken. And it's a literature approach, so which basically means you're gonna read a lot of books. So I have been enjoying this curriculum. It goes by chapters. First is the Vikings, then it has some rabbit trails, which is pretty much more books that you can add to it, but you don't have to. It's just if you want to add something more. If your student is really into this chapter and would like to learn more, you can just go ahead and add those. Study notes, which are the lessons, and then you go to the historic table, which is a recipe from that time period. Here as all the books you will need in order to do this curriculum. So they are quite a few books. If you see, they are around, I'm gonna say 20. I haven't counted them, but I'm gonna say 20 or more. So the Vikings, this is the rabbit trails, and the other books they suggest for you. Here are the lessons. So it will tell you which book you start with, from how many pages are you gonna read, gives you some prompts of questions to see if the student has understand, and sometimes they will have like a video for you to go with. They will give you a link and search for this video. That's up to you if you want to do it or not. And some other times it will come with a packet which you will have to print. It will give you here in the book, there's a link, and then you print all the pictures. So these are the pictures, and you will need a notebook, and it will tell you exactly what they need to write down on it. We started, like I said, on kindergarten, so my daughter was still practicing writing. So I will write it down and she will just trace it. Sometimes I will try to give the pictures while I was reading, so that way she could entertain herself and color it. But some other times I will forget and wait until the end, because it's not on every lesson. It's in some of them. As we continue, you see, like now she started to write by herself. I will say this is a long curriculum. I was doing history twice a week, doing 2 lessons a week. Sometimes one lesson I will split it in 2, because I felt like the pages I needed to read was too much for her, especially in kindergarten. So that took us some time to finish this. We are actually still working on it. We went through a whole school year, and we're going on to the second school year. So far we've been using this book for 2 school years, which I'm okay with it, because again, it is an expensive curriculum, so it's nice that it lasted me for 2 whole school years, and I didn't have a rush for her, like to finish in 1 year. We've been trying to enjoy it and to really, just learn from it. And one thing that I forgot, it was the historic table. So at the end of each chapter, they will have like a recipe from that time period. You will have the ingredients here. In this case, it's kanushi, like some sort of soup. I think I've done like 2 or 3 recipes from the book. I'm usually an open and go kind of girl, so I'm usually not prepared for the recipes. But I think it's a really nice touch, and the times we have done it, my daughter has really enjoyed them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and teach you about the cost. Hello, so this is a website of Beautiful Feet. As you can see, the whole curriculum with the books and everything you need, it's $266 pretty much. There's a description, and what it includes is a book of the curriculum itself, all the books you need, and a notebook. What I did to make this cheaper, like all the books, they kind of their price ranges from $10 to I think 30 being the most expensive, and that's the curriculum itself. So what I did, I first went to my local library, like on their website, searched for the books they had, so that way I didn't buy those. And finally, I also look for secondhand books, and that helped me bring down that price to I think 170. So that's something you can